Today, I want to talk to you about probably the number one skill that you can develop in your business in 2025 and beyond, realistically. And full transparency, this came from a topic where we were hanging out with our private coaching clients this morning, and this was something that got brought up, right? Everybody uh, tends to get this wrong. They always want to think and perfect and really wonder about what they're going to do in their business for so long that they never really make any progress. So I put together a quick document, and I want to really reinforce why this is the number one thing that you need to be focusing on at getting better at and improving in and actually doing in your business in 2025 if you actually want to produce any type of results. And I don't care what you sell, dildos, dump trucks, digital courses, it does not matter. This is the number one skill that you are going to need to acquire if you want to be able to do that. So I'll pull up my screen, we'll run through this quick document and kind of cover everything that I just put together for you. So what is it? The number one skill set that changes everything: content creation. Okay, real quick before we get into it, if you're overwhelmed, confused, or unsure of what to focus on right now, this video is going to be the one to watch, right? Because there's one skill set that changes the entire game for most online business owners, aspiring online business owners, or anybody who wants to actually make money online. That is creating content to some form or some fashion. And I don't care about your niche, your offer, or business model. Okay, just full transparency. The number one skill is content creation. Why content creation is this skill to learn? Most people think that content creation is valuable because of the video or the hook or the views or the content in itself. But creating content isn't even really the point, right? The true value of content creation is the audience you build by showing up. Okay, and I think so many people want to figure out what they're selling or how they're going to monetize or what they're going to do in their business before they even have an audience. Like, if anybody wants any success online, they need to have an audience to some degree. And I'm not saying you need, a million followers or, 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm not saying that. But any audience to any capacity, this could be 200 very targeted followers on Instagram. This could be 500 friends on Facebook, right? It doesn't necessarily need to be this massive audience, but you do need to have some type of audience to make money, right? Otherwise, there's going to be no trust, there's going to be no attention, and realistically, you're probably not going to make any sales. Okay? Content is the door. The audience you build, that's what gives you leverage. When people know you, trust you, and listen to you, you can pivot, test, monetize, and scale in a million different ways. So if you're brand new, content should be the only thing that you're focusing on at first. And I know that's like the scary part for most. And let's just rip that Band-Aid off. Your first 100 videos are going to suck. Your first, dozens and dozens of pieces of content aren't going to do what you think they're going to do anyway. So it doesn't really even matter. The only person who's probably paying attention in the beginning is you. So it doesn't matter if it's bad, right? A lot of people probably aren't going to see it. So it doesn't even really make a difference, right? But we put this on such a pedestal that I watch so many people, they don't ever post. They don't ever create anything. And we are in an economy online that you literally need to create. You're already consuming content every day. Everybody is. I already know. And this is the number one skill set that you can build for any business, right? We work with clients in all sorts of capacity, right? So if you're just starting, this is one thing that you would potentially need to dial in. Pick one platform. Now, depending on your goals or what you potentially want to end up doing, you will get more bang for your buck depending on certain platforms. Like, as an example, if you wanted to become a TikTok shop affiliate or you wanted to do something like Amazon influencer, then obviously you would want to go into TikTok. We've seen people get approved for Amazon influencer with as little as 50 followers on TikTok. So, but pick a main platform that you want to put your attention into, preferably where you actually consume a lot of content or where you prefer to spend your actual time on. If you like Instagram, go with Instagram. If you like, Facebook, do Facebook. If you like, YouTube, do YouTube, right? Like the platform doesn't really matter. And I think that's where a lot of beginners get hung up on too, is like, what's the best platform? The best platform is where you create content. That's the best place, is where you can actually post and produce content, right? It's not going to make or break your business because you decided to build on TikTok instead of Facebook. And It's the whole same thing as where people are like, what are the best hashtags to use or the best time to post? And like, it doesn't matter. It literally will make no difference. If you have good content, it will perform. If you get good at creating content and you can create good content without hashtags or at any time of day, it doesn't matter. Okay? So commit to 30 days of daily content, no skipping, no perfecting. This is a big feat for a lot of people. Like, can you actually produce content every single day for 30 days? This would be a challenge to some of you guys that are watching this video. If you haven't done this, I would suggest that you do it. You will learn a lot, you'll grow a lot, you'll get uncomfortable, you'll actually progress your business, whether you feel like it or not, but commit to 30 days of posting every single day. There was like that challenge going around on TikTok where every time they open their app, they're posts. I'm not saying you got to go crazy like that, but one video a day, one written piece of content a day, like it's how we just kind of force ourselves to get in the game. What do we share in our content is the next question that a lot of you guys are going to have. Share the journey, not the destination. Don't fake it. Show up real. Literally just use your content like a journal. Share like, hey, I really want to start an online business, so I'm going to just start creating content talking about my journey of building my online business. Or, hey, I'm seeing everybody do TikTok shop and I really want to do TikTok shop, but I don't have enough followers. So I'm just going to like create content and document the process of getting there. Hey, I really want to like get back into my weight loss journey. So I'm going to just like create content about all the exercises and diet that I'm eating to lose weight. Like, it doesn't have to be literally, just use what you are actually doing in your day-to-day life to fuel your content. You are the niche. You are what you're really trying to sell anyways. It's not, people aren't buying into your business opportunity or your plan or your, like, they're literally buying into you as a human being long before they buy anything from you, right? So don't try to be a teacher, be a sharer. Share what you're doing, learning, trying, noticing, etc. Engage like hell. Content is how you find people. Comments and DMs are where the trust is built, or you could do a community, but I'm going to keep this very specific to content because that's a challenge that a lot of people are running into. But interact with your audience. It's like this crazy concept of being on social media and being social. It's almost like it's in the name, right? Like, interact, connect, talk to people, comment, engage, look at content that you actually engage on, like interact with people, right? That's why people are there. So you're not here to go viral. You're here to build trust. Like, that's the ultimate goal, is like selling people on you as a human being, as a potential future business owner, as a future brand owner. Like, be a mini Kim Kardashian and like just start building your personal brand. And I'm not saying you got to post butt pictures or anything like that. That's not what I mean. I'm saying you literally need to start giving people a window into your life so that way they can decide whether they like you or they do not like you. And then down the line, when you're like, hey, I'm launching this really cool thing and I'm going to help all these women do this thing together, they could be like, yeah, cool, I want to do that with you, right? Like, don't make this game harder than it has to be. Like, we need to create content to build an audience. That way we can sell our audience some stuff. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about some content creation myths, especially if you haven't hit your first 10K online yet. Let's clear up some of this stuff up, okay? Myth, I need a niche before I start creating. No, you don't. And anybody in the online business building space, that always, this really like is a thorn in my side when everybody's like, don't create content outside your niche. Like, you're going to ruin the algorithm and you can't talk about anything but your business. It's a load of BS, okay? Like, again, if you're trying to get mediocre results like everybody else, yeah, follow that plan. Just go be a robot and post the exact same content as everybody else and blend in and get absolutely nowhere. If that's your goal, then sure. Don't create content outside your niche. But you have, in my personal opinion, you are the niche. Your interests, your passions, your hobbies, what you believe in, what you don't believe in, what you stand for, what you don't stand for, how you live your life, how you don't live your life. All of this stuff is just as important to include in your content as it is like a tactical strategy or a business lesson, right? If you look at my content, I'm completely unhinged. It's like half my content is inappropriate jokes and humor, and then dad stuff, and then business stuff, and then tactics and strategies. And I do very well online. I make decent money online. And by decent, that's me being humble, which doesn't sound humble. So Um, but that my point is, it's like there is no rules to content creation. And I think so many people try to figure out the business they are building. And what I'll tell you from my own experience is that it's going to be night and day anyways. It's going to be a completely night and day different business that you actually want than what you think it is right now, right? So like if you're a brand new beginner, you're not going to have it figured out. You're not going to know what you want to sell or what you want to do or who you want to work with or what business you're even building yet. So like stop expecting yourself to even understand that yet. Like don't expect you to even know this yet, especially if you're not doing anything yet, right? So you don't need to know your niche yet. Like you just need to start doing things that would facilitate you growing an audience and building an audience, because a lot of the times they'll end up telling you what they want anyways. Okay? You need proof of consistency, and your niche will clarify from doing, not thinking. You can't think this perfect business into existence. You'll figure it out. Which sounds so cliche of me to say, but it will literally clarify from you actually taking action and putting that thing to market, your content to market, right? It's not like I'm thinking this perfect business opportunity into existence. No, we have to get out there and put ourselves out there and, do some things before we even expect anything to work out, okay? Another myth, I'm not ready yet. Now, I don't really like this one because a lot of people like to tell themselves this, and being ready is literally a feeling. It's not a feeling, it's a decision, okay? If you wait until you feel ready, you will never do it. You need to decide to do it anyways, okay? You get ready by showing up. You get ready by doing the thing, right? You don't get confidence at playing sports by thinking about playing sports. No, you get confident at playing sports by getting out on the field and making yourself look stupid and failing and getting dominated by people who are better than you. And you actually progress your skills by just doing the thing and getting reps in, not thinking about sports. It's like me watching a video of skinning a deer and I'm like, yeah, I can skin a deer. No, I mean, I've never done it. I sure don't know how to do that, but I would actually have to like put my hands on it and do some application to get a proficient skill set at it, right? So you're never going to be ready. And if you keep telling yourself, like, I'll start tomorrow or I'll do it when I have time, and you're literally just going to continuously find excuses until you don't do it, okay? So my challenge to you is literally go post something today. I don't care what it is. Post a picture, whatever. If you do, let me know in the comments that you did post something today, and I'll send you a cookie. Not really, but... Okay, another myth. Okay, I have to go viral to make money. Now this is a big one. A lot of people project audience size onto how much money you can potentially make. And now this does hold some merit depending on the monetization pathway that you decide to take. Like as an example, obviously if you're making a lot of your money through something like YouTube ad revenue where they place ads in your videos, obviously you would need to have a very, very big audience. But there are ways to make a lot of money and significant money with relatively small audiences. And I'll give you guys real-time context. Like, we run a free community right now that only has about 975 people in it. And we consistently do over $20,000 a month with that group. Okay. And we're not growing it by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people a day. It's literally like maybe 2 people a day come into our group. And, a lot of my content gets minimal views. And, I've been consistently making money online for years with a fraction of an audience size compared to a lot of people I even know. So audience size isn't always a key indication to making money. Viral is great if it's for the right reasons, especially if you're trying to sell products or services or, affiliate programs or courses or whatever your monetization pathway ends up being. Viral is a bonus, but it's not necessarily a plan or a prerequisite to actually making money, right? Some of our biggest days to date online have come from tiny audiences, right? Like we had a $11,600 day out of a group of 48 people, okay? And like if you have, let's say you have a $500 product, like you can only need to find, a few people a month to replace a lot of your guys' income and stuff like that. So which obviously this changes on the monetization pathway, which I will cover a little bit further in this video. But I honestly think that especially as a brand new beginner, trying to create viral content isn't always good for your business because it ends up getting a lot of people stuck. Like there's this very popular messaging going around right now, like making $10,000 a month is as simple as, opening Canva and ChatGPT and selling a digital product 300 times a month. And that's just probably not going to happen for a brand new beginner. Like realistically, you probably won't be able to go viral enough to actually make significant amount of money. So it's a huge myth, okay? Another myth, let's talk about I have nothing valuable to say. What you're learning right now is value to someone who's one step behind you. Share that. Literally, everybody watching this video has been through something that would be of value, that would be beneficial to your audience. Like we talk about this a lot, where your ideal avatar or somebody that you want to be talking to in your content is literally a previous version of yourself. Okay, you 6 to 12 months ago is who you're trying to talk to in your content, which is a big problem where a lot of people get a disconnect around ideal avatars or customer avatars. It's not a person. It's not a who. It's not Sally from Nebraska who drives a Prius and wears lime green nail polish. Like that's not your customer avatar. Your customer avatar is a problem that somebody is currently going through that you have overcame, right? This could be losing weight after having a baby. This could be, the exercise I started doing after I went through menopause. This could be, what I did to, rebuild my confidence after a divorce with my wife, like whatever. It is literally a challenge or a problem that other people on the World Wide Web are going through that you could potentially help them overcome. Okay? Now, another myth is I have to be on camera. And mind you, I'm not going to turn this into like a whole create an AI faceless YouTube channel. Like I do think that works in some industries, some niches. Best case scenario, you do rip that Band-Aid off and just get on camera because it does build relationships faster than anything else. Just full transparency, it 100% accelerates how fast those relationships happen. And I do think moving forward as AI gets better and better and better, that eventually it probably will become a prerequisite, right? But as of right now, you can do a lot of more private online business models, written posts. You can do things like Amazon. You can do B-roll style or voiceovers or whatever. There's all sorts of creative ways that you guys can create content without actually being face forward. Now, I think this can be a good intro to content, like, walking your dog with some text on screen and stuff like that. But best case scenario, you do embrace just being on camera because it does build relationships a lot faster than anything else. So, all the doors, content creation opens. Okay, I'm going to run through some of these real quickly and talk about some of the doors that get opened by literally just starting to create content. And mind you, I've made money with just about all of these, minus a couple. I don't really like to talk too much about stuff that I haven't done in my own business, but we do have clients who do a ton of different things, and we work with people that are doing all sorts of different business models. So these are some of the doors that get opened, even if you have a tiny audience. Okay, and I'm talking like less than 100 followers audience size, which realistically, everybody who has social media probably already has that because, all your friends and family started following you. And I'm not saying you have to sell to your friends or family, but so number one, we got more like behind the scenes, private models, Amazon influencer. I do not say this lightly. This is probably the easiest money I've ever made online. I've been using this to make money online for years. You literally just upload review videos to Amazon website, and they pay you if people watch a percentage of your videos. Right, and then you got other stuff. I haven't done either of these specifically, but they are pretty popular right now. You got like YouTube automation and niche channels. I do see some like AI generated videos that are doing fairly well in specific spaces with AI content, like Bible, stories, kids books, etc., stuff like that. You have affiliate. You can do TikTok shop, right? We have a couple clients that are 60 plus, 50 plus, doing $2,000-$3,000 a month, $4,000, $5,000 a month, literally just doing review videos on TikTok shop. Okay, affiliate's actually where I got my foot in the door. That's where I made my first $100,000 online, literally selling somebody else's product on my Facebook profile. Absolutely beautiful business model, especially for beginners, because you realistically only need to focus on content creation, marketing, selling, and all the delivery and all the actual other stuff has to get handled by the creator of the products. Now there are a dime a dozen affiliate products. Like you can do physical products, you can do digital products, you could be an affiliate for just about anything. But this is an absolutely awesome business opportunity. Like almost everybody who's watching this video has seen to some degree. Very easy intro way to get into the business space and selling products. Okay. Then you have digital offers like ebooks, courses, templates, or coaching. These could also be sold as an affiliate. A very popular model right now is like buying licenses to resell these as your own at 100% profit. Or you can even sell these as affiliates, right? And then you have service-based offers, short-form video editing. If you can learn how to edit videos, you actually have a very high income skill, because business owners like myself or other businesses pay high dollars to actually have people that edit videos. Okay. You have UGC, which is user-generated content, basically creating content related to brands, and they'll pay you for it. Or actually doing a service where we have a client who does content creation for like wedding venues and hunting companies, and they literally just manage all of their social medias. Then you have like business collaborations and sponsorships. You have beta programs, case study launches. You have audience feedback to shape your first real product. This is probably the easiest and the quickest way to figure out how you can end up selling something, is literally just using the feedback that your audience gives you. I mean, they will literally tell you what they want to buy and what they want to hear about. Like, this is probably the most underrated aspect to putting something to market or actually making money, is like just use their feedback. Create a piece of content and get them to tell you what they want. And then you put together a paid offer to help them, or you find an affiliate product that would help them figure out what they want. Like, when you start creating content and you build this audience, you literally just find ways to monetize that are adjacent to the content you're creating. So as an example, if I run a channel about, men's fitness or men's weight loss, I can sell everything from, scales for measuring food. I could sell calorie counting apps. I could sell weight loss programs, gear, gym memberships, whatever, because that's all an adjacent thing to the actual content that I'm creating. Okay, then you have paid brand partnerships. People will pay you to talk about their products. If you look at like YouTube videos, this happens a lot, where it's like, hey, I wanted to give you a shout, give this company a shout out because they sponsored this video. Invites to speak, collab, or teach based on your content. This is really cool, because eventually you'll have other people that are like, hey, I really love your content on this topic. Do you think you could come teach my audience on what you talk about? Right? And then you potentially grow your audience and then increase exposure to actually end up, make money. So inbound leads for higher ticket service, consulting, editing, ghostwriting, etc. I mean, there's so many different ways you can potentially monetize content as in general, right? And then the ability to sell anything, realistically, dildos, dump trucks, digital courses. Like, I think this is another thing a lot of people tend to overlook, is I've used the same social media for years through all of my evolutions of business to launch all my products, sell all the affiliate offers, anything that I've done is all from the same social media. Like, I started building this audience, and I've just throughout the years figured out different things that they've either wanted, or things that we were launching, or problems that they were currently facing, that I could either go create a solution for and sell it, or find a product that already solved that solution and sell it as an affiliate. Two very quick and easy ways to actually do this, but this only becomes possible when you actually have the audience, or you're creating content to build the audience, right? But realistically, you don't really have to understand how you'll monetize yet. Like, I wanted to just kind of quickly run through these and talk about these, because there's so many different ways, which I think doesn't make it any easier for people to figure out what they want to do. But realistically, you don't need to have it figured out yet. Like, you literally don't have to figure out how you're going to monetize, because that's like buying a wedding dress before you're even in a relationship yet, right? Like you haven't even been on your first date, but you have the wedding rings or whatever. Like we don't even know yet. We don't even know where this relationship is going to go. So like, why would I have wedding rings and a wedding dress if I don't even know if I'm going to like this person yet, right? So you don't need to know how you're going to monetize if you're not already creating content or you don't even have an audience in place. It's like putting the cart before the horse, right? We need to start building that audience and hitting all these different content pillars and different, strategies and tactics and, styles of content to see what works best for us and what makes us feel good and what we like talking about, what we don't like talking about, etc. And we'll literally start figuring out ways that we can monetize based on our actual audience's feedback, right? Because once you have the audience, you have options, right? The infinite number of options, but most people don't even start getting the audience built because they're so worried about what they're going to sell them. And, we have to have the audience in place to even sell them anything, right? And that's the game we're playing, right? And I wanted to do a little shameless plug here. The training that I did run through this on this actual number one skill set, I created in about 3 minutes using one of the 7 custom tools we built inside of the AI Accelerator, creating trainings like this in minutes, turn posts into offers, scripts, docs, build lead magnets, course content, email sequences, and more. If that's something you would like some hands-on help with, shoot me a message with Accelerator. If not, we'll wrap this training up and I'll send you on your merry way. If you want this to work, stop trying to figure it out first. Okay, like this is the number one piece of advice that I can give anybody who actually wants to make money online, but they haven't made any money, right? And this is coming from somebody who's made money every single month for years. Okay, my business has averaged like $43,000 a month for the last 55 months in a row online. If I averaged it out, right? Obviously, there's been some low months and high months, and that's the part of business. But if I average it out, that's what it comes out to. Full-time online since 2021. So if you want this to work, stop trying to figure it all out. Just create, show up, build the habit, because content builds an audience builds trust, and trust builds everything else. Like, you're not going to have it figured out. You're not going to know where you're going to be in 12 months. You're not going to know the business you want to run. You're not going to know anything. You need to literally start putting yourself out there and start being a content creator, because that's the door that opens all of these opportunities. So actually give yourself to open the door. Give yourself the opportunity to open the door and actually have all of that opportunity for yourself, instead of like thinking about what's on the other door for the next 6 months. Do it messy, post some content, build an audience, figure out what that audience wants, and sell them something. It's the name of the game. Okay? And remember, your first 100 pieces of content are probably going to suck anyway, so it doesn't matter. Right? You can't think the perfect business into existence. You literally need to just start getting the reps in, building some skills, and creating some content, because the content itself isn't the skill. The content itself isn't the actual valuable thing. It's the audience you build that will buy things from you. And that's all I got. You guys have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next video.